Welcome back to the basement, where it's always top level content from the lower level. Today we're going to talk about what Christmas meant to us as kids. How did it mean to you, Drew?
Man, I was talking to my youngest son this morning, and I actually said it seemed like when I was a kid, it felt like Christmas only came once every 5 years.
Right.
And now it's every other day. Yeah, but no, man. When I was a kid, we always did our thing on like Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, all friends and family would gather at my mom and dad's house. There'd be a whole spread, shrimp, oysters, charcuteries, and the whole deal. I'm 37 years old now. A lot of those people's passed on,
Right.
And I'm thankful and fortunate enough to still have my parents and my siblings here, and my nieces and nephews, that kind of thing. And now they all have children, and it's just there was, for example, today at my mom's house there was 22 people there.
Daggone.
Yeah, so I mean, and it's kind of, I guess, bittersweet, really,
Right.
to look at the new faces. I mean, you're happy that they're part of your family, but some of the familiar faces are gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, when my mom decorates for Christmas, I go in the house and I'm like, this feels like home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It does. Man, for me, for Christmas when I was a kid, we used to go on Christmas Eve. We went to my mom and papa's, and they lived in that small double wide.
Mm-hmm.
It was a double wide, but it was small, and we probably had 50, 60 people in there. Same setup, finger foods. We would all do our Christmas in there. You would leave out with trunkfuls of toys and everything, and then we would rush home and get in bed real fast because Santa was coming, and we'd wake up, man, and that Santa would have the house all set up. And I remember one year we got some army dudes and cowboys and Indians, and we had this big huge coffee table, a big round one, and they had it set up. Santa had it set up as a huge battle scene, and it was the coolest thing that I can remember. And those old army men, you get a pack of them for $1. Right?
Yeah.
But Santa rolled in and put up that battle scene, and that's what Christmas was like. It was magical.
Oh, yeah.
Because you walked in, you're like, wow.
Dude, do you remember those racetracks we had when we was kids? They had like the magnetic strip in the middle, and you sit there. Dude, I remember one Christmas, I woke up and Santa had came, and I went running into where the Christmas tree was, and there was a racetrack set up, and it had like a loop-de-loop in it. Man, I thought I was daggone, I thought I was Dale Earnhardt out there.
You're right. Some of the best memories, though, there was just that magic about Christmas and Christmas time. I mean, which now we don't really have that much snow during Christmas. It's 60 degrees outside.
Did it not seem to you like every Christmas when we was kids it snowed?
Yeah, it was cold and snowy.
And I tell that to my kids, and I'm like, I'm sure there was some, but it seems like when I think back on Christmas,
it was snowy.
I remember taking people gifts, and like my mom and dad's heel would just be covered. You know what I mean?
I remember my dad, because he always had a car. We'd always have to get studs on the tires.
I was about to say, I remember having to lock in the hubs on the truck.
Right. And, that's what Christmas was, man. It was just a magical time. And so Christmas as an adult.
Well, one thing for me, leading into Christmas, my mom and my aunt still to this day, they always get together and make Christmas candy and cookies. I mean, that's been a thing since I can remember. Like I said, I'm 37 years old.
Yeah, we used to do that a lot too with my mama and papa, but they passed away, so some of the traditions, go with some of the people. I mean, I'm sure some of my family still does it, but you know how that. But now, I feel like as an adult, a lot of times we lose that magic.
Yeah.
We lose the magic of Christmas, and when my first daughter, I was young. I was only 20. So, those first Christmases and, having to talk to Santa and everything felt hard.
Yeah.
You didn't have any joy you didn't have a lot of magic to it. But I noticed the older I've gotten, the more magic has come back into it. Like I'm just as excited. You got the hiccups over here. I'm just as excited. You're good. I'm just as excited about Santa coming as the kids are. You know, I'm probably going to be I might be manic. Who knows? But right. But I'm just as excited. And you know, you look on TV, and I've been watching a lot on TikTok of people just going up there and paying for people's orders and stuff.
We got $1 buck.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you know, that magic is starting to come back. I can see it. You know, we see a lot of hatred and a lot of bad stuff in this world, but at the same time, there's a lot of good, and a lot of that Christmas magic is coming back.
Well, we don't get into these kind of things on our show because I
thought you was about to say aliens.
No, because it's so divisive, and that's not what we want our community to be. We want a place where everybody feels included.
Right.
But nowadays, let's just put it this way: nowadays, you see a lot more of the bad than you do the good.
You do.
And so, you got to go other places to see the good.
That's right. I mean, it's just. News is a business, and
it is.
Bad news sells, and that's just how it is. And you know, we don't want to see that. We want to see more kindness and more helping. And it doesn't mean that go up to the store and give somebody $300 because I can't do that. No. But it just means holding the door for somebody, being nice, spread that same Christmas magic as you as a kid. Like, you could have literally told me anything in the world on Christmas Eve, but I didn't care because Santa's coming the next day.
You got that right.
Let's have that same magic and that same cheer in our eyes, you know, that same love for one another.
I'll be honest with you. As we get older and we have our own families, like we do, you know, there comes a point in time where we have to start our own traditions.
Right.
And you know, I've kind of started working on those things, and I'm sure you have as well. But, you know, like, for example, I decorate my whole front yard, you know, try to decorate up for Christmas, get the kids excited. But deep down inside to me, I'm thankful for having a home and having my kids here.
Right.
But it's not home either. It's like home for the holidays type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, my folks' house is just right down the road, so, you know, I'm able to take my kids down there and still kind of share some of that same Christmas magic that was when I was a kid. But, you know, I'll be honest, man, I'm just thankful and blessed to be able to, you know, give my kids, you know, most of what they want for Christmas between me and Santa. You know what I mean? Right. And so, you know, I'm just thankful for that, if I'm being honest.
Right. That's 100%, man. We shared a post a couple days ago on our Facebook page asking if you could go anywhere for Christmas, where would it be? And the majority of people our age said home.
Yep.
I would go home. I go to Bluefield, West Virginia was one of them. One person put on there, and it really hit home for me. That's a lot of homes in one sentence. But it really hit home for me. It says home, the original one. And I was like, yeah, I feel that, man.
Dude, I'll be honest. There's been a couple years that Santa has came to my parents' house for my kids. Not because I didn't have a house, because I just wanted to be there.
You just wanted to be there and wanted to have that feeling.
Because that's where everybody stays when they come in from out of town. Because, I mean, you know, my nieces and nephews, they live out, you know, got their own thing going, their own families. You know, my sister don't live here anymore, you know, and so they all come in and they stay there. And, you know, so... You know, that's just still the place to be, you know. And that's my answer 1,000%.
Oh, 100%. So yeah, Christmas as an adult for me, just to go back to that question, I'm still had that same childlike magic. I didn't used to. It went away. But now that I got, you know, 4 kids now, and you see the magic in their eyes, it's infectious. And
it is.
And I want to say that is you see the love and the kindness and the innocence in their eyes, and when it's infectious, share that with other people as well, you know?
So here's the real hard-hitting question.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas for you better as a child or as a parent? That's a tough question, really.
That is a tough question. I would say as an adult, because now I can see the joy in my parents' eyes.
Yeah.
You know? Because, you know, as a kid, all you ever want to do is have your mom and dad proud of you. That's all you ever want as a kid.
Yeah.
And now I can truly, you know, I'm not saying that I never could before, but I could, is I seen that, the joy in their eyes when they get them a Christmas present or get them a birthday present or something, or they, you know, they score a touchdown or they're on the field. It doesn't matter what their grandkid does. Their grandkid's the best one on the world right now.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, that to me, I think it's as an adult.
Yeah.
As an adult.
I'm going to go with that too. Yeah. Simply because, mostly because of what you said. But, you know, I was talking about this the other day, and I ain't knocking on nobody. I saw a big content creator actually today, right up the road here, and they're at a ATV cabin, so I'm assuming they're spending the holidays here in our area, which I'm glad that they're here in our area. But I can't, for me personally, and not everybody had the same childhood I had. Not everybody has that original home to go to.
It's that Appalachia feel.
Yeah, and so I can't imagine being anywhere else but here for Christmas.
Right? This is where I want to be.
Yeah, I've never had any desire to be at the beach for Christmas or be in the Smokies or whatever. That just ain't me. Again, I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying.
It's like, I can't remember as much, but I had my first, 6 Christmases were in Texas. So I can't remember a whole much about that, but I can know that for my mom and dad, it was probably hard for them, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That nobody was around, and you know, that's the first thing my mom and dad does. Is now we got FaceTime. They FaceTime and then they make their rounds through the houses and try to see what the kids got, see what the kids are doing, and you know.
Yep.
So yeah, I would much rather be home for Christmas, and you know, and that's what our viewers think as well.
Yeah, they do. That was the fairly overwhelming consensus, was that people want to be home for the holidays, and I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So with that being said, we hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Not sure when we're going to drop this episode, but if Christmas hasn't happened yet, Merry Christmas, and we hope y'all had a great holiday.